Alrighty everybody, so welcome back to Final Fantasy V. I am now going to present to you a pair of bonus videos. In this first bonus video, what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at all of the content that we essentially skipped in the merged worlds. We're also going to go ahead and beat the super bosses, Omega and Shinryu, both of whom were the most powerful enemies in the game in the original version of Final Fantasy V. In the next bonus video after this, I will then deal with the Game Boy Advance exclusive content, i.e. the Sealed Temple, which is even more bloody difficult. So, yeah, for the first chunk of this video, we're just going to be going through all of these extra dungeons and collecting tablets. Once you've got enough tablets, well, for any given tablet, you can collect a bunch of the sealed weapons, the legendary weapons, and when you have enough, you can get all of them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get every legendary weapon, even though they are soon outclassed by, you know, extra powerful swords that you find in these extra dungeons. So, anyway, this is Tot Avis, Angry Birds, Get Murdered. You'll notice that the game is going very quickly right now. That is because I'm playing this all at a high speed. The original version of this video, well, the unedited footage, clocked in at about 6-7 hours. I've chopped it down to an hour and a half. So, hey, the magic of editing. Anyway, this particular dungeon has you flipping switches to get to different parts of it. Although this right here is the part you want. Here's a covert hiding in a chest. You're going to notice my characters are no longer bound by the restrictions of the Fiesta. I am now basically using them to their optimum strength, which is to say I have mastered a bunch of jobs with them. Most importantly, Monk to boost their physical attack, Summoner to boost their magic, and Thief to boost their speed. I've mastered those jobs so that the freelancers get those stat boosts, and then I've made them freelancers. I've also given them the ability Spellblade, which is from the Mystic Knight, which they can use to augment their attacks. And most importantly, as you've probably gathered, I'm using both Dual Wield, a passive ability that the freelancers get from the ninja, and Rapid Fire. I am wielding one weapon in each hand. I'm using Rapid Fire to attack 4 times with any given weapon. That means I get to attack 8 times with a weapon. If I use Spellblade to put Flare, when I get Flare, onto one of my weapons, and then use Rapid Fire, I am essentially casting Flare 8 times in a row. I mean, not really, there's more to it than that, but functionally that's what I'm doing, so... It's so busted, it's such a busted method of fighting that it's actually been officially recognized by Square. In Final Fantasy Dissidia, Butz's ultimate form is called Spellblade Dual Wield Rapid Fire. That is the name of his ultimate form. Because it's just so broken. So hey, that's fun. And it's usable in both, like, this version of the game and the original. It's just so good. Super good. Anyway, let's fight a bunch of bosses. The first boss, guiding a tablet, ironically, is quite hard to beat with Rapid Fire. Wendigo. 3 of them are fake, and 1 of them is real. So attacking the fake ones does nothing, as you can see from that very fast slashing animation. That is a fully failed Rapid Fire right there. But the ones that do land do plenty damage, so... Frankly, I feel like Rapid Fire is the best way to get through this anyway. Or maybe summons, if you want to like spam summon attacks that attack all of the enemy party. That probably deals with Wendigo just as effectively, so... Yeah. Thankfully, its actual attacking isn't all that intense. Only about 200 damage to everyone, that's not a lot, so... Let's kill us a Wendigo. I'll tell you what, the first time I ever heard of a Wendigo outside of Final Fantasy is in the, spoilers, Until Dawn series, or just Until Dawn, the first game. And now whenever I think of a Wendigo, that's all I can visualize, as though it's just like a horrible, screaming, fleshy person who likes to munch on other people. I'm sure there's more to Wendigos than that, but there you go. Anyway, getting that tablet gives us the Fork Tower, which is where we can go to get the ultimate magics, I believe. So, let's head there next. Hop in the airship, have a little flyover. Now, the gimmick of this place, and this is a dungeon loads of people really hate, is that you have to split up your party, ideally into 2 teams of 2. In one side of the dungeon, you have to use, or it's advised that you use nothing but magic. In the other side, you have to use nothing but physical attacks. Using the wrong one on the wrong side, depending on the battle, can heavily penalise you. Like, there are random encounters, magic ones in particular, who, if you physically attack them, will drop meteors on you. So, do as I say, not as I do right now. What I'm doing right now is incorrect. I should be using magic there. And yeah, inversely, you've also got the other side with physical enemies. Hit them with magic, they hit you really goddamn hard for it, so... Chrono Controller. If I didn't one-shot this thing with a rapid fire, it would have spammed Meteor on me for that, for attacking it, so... Only use physical attacks if you're sure that you can finish enemies off with them. That's my advice. That's what I'd go with. Anyway, other side of things, we have the physical attackers, Butts and Faris. And yeah, pretty simple on their side, just attack and rapid fire. Pretty simples, if I'm honest, so hey. There we go. Right to the top floor. Oh, Defender, that's an amazing weapon. That actually rivals legendary weapons in terms of its helpfulness. Plenty damage, and it also blocks attacks sometimes. You can straight up parry with it. Anyway, here's a pair of boss fights. The first one is Minotaur here. Or Minotaur, I've never really known how to pronounce that. He does a bunch of big hits on you. You have to hit him back even bigger. Ideally with the blood sword, like I'm using there, to just steal his health as you go. And this battle ends in my favourite way ever. Taste the power of holy magic! Oh wait, I can't use magic. Fuck, I'm done. Oh, I'm screwed. Anyway, here you have Omniscience. If you actually walked away from that pedestal instead of interacting with the orb, you would get a game over there. And also, if you attack Omniscient, he straight up resets the battle, so now you have to use magic. God help you if you didn't come in here with magic, otherwise you would just be stuck at this point. You'd have to, like, change your character's jobs to make them mages. It's the only way, really. Anyway, bunch of Erogies. Tried and true methods that you've all gotten used to by this point, I'm sure. Ouch. But not ouch enough. There we go. Flare and Holy. Flare's gonna be the one that I end up using the most, because you can bind that to your goddamn weapons to ignore enemy defenses and massively boost your attack power. With Spell Blades. Alright, let's just make sure everyone's got the items I want them to have. And the abilities I want them to have. I kind of tailored them specifically for that tower there. I really should just get rid of all the accessories that aren't the Hermes sandals, because I won't use anything else. And the game can't comprehend the fact that why would I wear anything other than the Hermes sandals? Even if they do have better stats, like I don't have haste anymore, I will get destroyed before I can do anything, so, you know. Anyway, last few equipping there. There we are. Put Krill in the back so she doesn't get battered, because she's my main mage. Let's go revisit the nerds. Let's see how they're doing. Ooh, before we do that, I'm pretty sure there's something that I could have gotten during the playthrough that I never did. Check the planters. Alright. Let's check the planters. Which planter? What planter are you on about? I feel like I've interacted with all of the planters now. Oh, there, that planter. Oh shit, okay, well... Oh, for fuck's sake, I left the room by accident. That is the downside of having dash as an auto ability from the Thief. The ability to run on the overworld. Sometimes you'll accidentally run in and out of places you don't want to. Anyway. Fell for a sweet prank right there, but... as long as we follow all of these steps, we get another spell. Another black magic. We get Mini. Actually, I say black magic, it might be time magic. In this game, a lot of magic is classified as time magic. Even Meteor, for some strange reason. Anyways, let's get an upgrade going. Let's do some upgrade, yo. One more upgrade for the airship. So now it's going to be an airship, boat, and submarine, all in one. So, yeah, this is a nice little extra bit of character development, which again is entirely optional. Because as soon as you get to the merged world and get Leonard back on your team, you can go straight to X-Death, as I did, so... yeah, this seems like more of a nice send-off. This seems like the last thing you should do before you go fight X-Death, at the very least. Have this emotional moment with Sid and Mids. Alternatively, just carry on grabbing tablets, get all the legendary weapons, and wreck all of the shit. That works too. Let's go. Alright, I'm just going to quickly use a cottage here to get my characters all back up to speed. They're a little tired after that forked tower, understandably so. And here we go! Let's head underwater and into this area. This place in particular... oh, hello gargoyles. Bye gargoyles. So this particular place has very interesting enemies. Every enemy in here is just named Unknown. And they're all undead. Which gives me the idea that this is like a Lovecraftian location. Like, these are terrors of the deep that we were never meant to see. Which is pretty goddamn cool. I can dig that. This place is, like, kind of unsettling for that very reason. Also, they're super defensive. They're very hard to kill with physical attacks. Not that I'm not going to do it anyway, but... yeah. Magic is probably advised down here. Anyways, water scroll, thank you very much. Let's skip some random encounters. You're going to be seeing a lot of flashes, depending on where we are in the game, of encounters being skipped. And these friendly-looking pals right here. The two big pink ones at the front, if you physically attack them without rapid fire, they will use an ability that kills themselves, but also wipes whoever hit them from the battle permanently. To the point where you can't even Phoenix down them. They are gone. They are ejected. So... yeah, only physically attack those if you've cleared everything else out first, and if you have enough party members to do so. Safely. Otherwise, you'll just give yourself a game over for it. Now, I really should have used Mighty Guard there to make all my characters float, but I forgot to. So, I'm going to quickly turn butts to and from a Time Mage to get the float effect on everyone. It's very strange to me that the game won't just let you use whatever magic from whatever class, so long as you've mastered it. That would make sense. It would save you having to do the whole swap for no reason. I know 10-2 definitely has that down pat. Like, you can make any character use white magic, so long as they have the white mage dress sphere. So, yeah. Anyway, Skelly friends. Hello, Skelly friends. Very bulky Skelly friends. They've got a couple thousand HP if I remember correctly, so, yeah. Also, my rapid fire is really adamant about hitting the one in the back, but kind of like with the party, if enemies are at the back, they take less damage from physical attacks, so you got to clear out the ones at the front first, if you can. Oh, hello, Doom. Hello, Doom. Let's kill you before those very slow-moving 15 seconds expire. And, wow. I actually learned Doom there. I have the, Blue Mage's passive ability learning on my freelancers, so... Cool. If I want to cast Doom on an enemy, I can now. Although by this point, I could just cast Death, which works better. Alright, so here's the Dwarven Kingdom, if you can call it a kingdom. It's 3 rooms. They really don't do much. They're just kind of here almost as an Easter egg. Kind of like a little reference to Final Fantasy IV, maybe? It feels like that's what they were going for. Anyway, let's leave the dwarves and carry on further in, where of course there are more battles. Many more battles against the Pelagic Nightmares, so... There we go. God damn. And I'll tell you what as well, if I ever do look like I'm just completely lost or running in circles, that is because the sheer amount of random battles are disorienting me. Not that easy to tell, but yeah. Anyway, here we have some little piggy friends. Well, kind of piggy. They're more like angry babies. They're like angry piglets. Technicolor angry piglets. And ideally, you want to try and kill them all around the same time so they don't just resurrect one another. Kind of like that bomb battle from way earlier in the game. Anyway, let's slice them all up. Rapid fires. Gotta love a rapid fire. Oh, hello, that one cast a flare. Very nice. And, yeah, case in point, try and kill them all together if you can. Frankly, I'm relying on luck, because you can't dictate where rapid fire's gonna land, so... You know, eventually I'll kill all 3 of them. Eventually. Will this be the one? I think this is the one. Or not. Or you'll just focus all your attacks on one of them. There we go, that worked. That got him. And we get Meteor, the ultimate time magic. We have the best spell of all 3 major magic schools now. Not summoning though. We don't have the best summon yet. That'll come later in this video. So here we are near Istory. The town of Istory. And we're now going to head for Istory Falls, which is where we can get yet another tablet and a summon as well. So here we are, once again, take down the gargoyles, head inside. Here we go. This place is really confusing to navigate because of all the waterfalls. And here we have Endul's stand, ready to slash our eyes out. And now it's dead. There we go. Here we have Alchemia, who... I actually don't know what Alchemia's gimmick is, because I always kill her before she can do anything. I imagine she turns that frog in front of her into a variation of powerful monsters. I've never given her the chance to, you know, show her play there. I always kill her too quickly. So, yeah. But tell you what enemy I can't kill too quickly because they're so goddamn bulky. Wait for that segue to... No, not you, Mercury Bats. I weren't talking about you. You're underwhelming at the very most. No, the enemy I was talking about, who doesn't go down with a single rapid fire. Here we go, our boys. Good old Tomberry. I don't think this is the first appearance of the Tonberry. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but... Yeah, it lives up to the Tonberry name. It takes a long time for me to kill this thing. And it actually slowly comes towards you. If it gets too close, people gonna die. Kill it quick. I'm really thinking now. I think this is the first ever Tonberry in the series. I'm pretty sure they never appeared in 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you want to correct me on that, if you do know, then please do. I would hit up the Final Fantasy V wiki right now, but I'm sure you'd rather listen to me commentate. So, pushing on through these caves. Oh, hello, corals. Nice and easy, just wreck their shit. There we are. You'll notice that sometimes I'm attacking instead of rapid firing. That is solely for time's sake, because rapid fire does take a long time to actually work. It is a very extensive animation, and oh, hello. You need to use a overworld dash to... There we go. To get that. So a thief or a freelancer with the mastered thief is required there. I don't know if I said, but yeah, freelancers are, to me, the best class in this game because they take the passive abilities, or at least most of the passive abilities, of every mastered class. So hey, you know, you're the best of every world. And you can equip whatever you want and use whatever you want. Now, some people would argue that the mime is better because it allows you to just straight up, you know, spam the most powerful moves in the game for no MP. So, you know, given that your allies have done the same, but I never bothered with the mime in this. I acquire it at the end of this video, but never used the mimes. Never really felt a need to. You know, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe mimes are just the goddamn best, and I've been making things too hard for myself, but... Anyways, a little bit of equipping here. Don't know why I'm focused on equipping right now, because this next boss is a bloody cakewalk, but... Yeah. There's the final tablet, allowing us to get every legendary weapon. Here's some schlub who wants to do a fight on us. And this time the game mixes it up. He gets immediately fucking wrecked. And now we have to fight Leviathan to acquire Leviathan as a summon. And Leviathan looks really goddamn happy. I don't know if they were going for a giant beaming smile on his face, but that's what he looks like. He looks so goddamn happy to be here. Bless him. Bless that good boy. It's a shame that we have to absolutely wreck his shit right now with rapid fires. And wow, that boss that he destroyed must have been a complete and utter piece of shit, because I don't even think he landed a hit there. Wow. Nice one, Leviathan. Good game. GG, easy. Alright, so we have all the tablets, so let's get every legendary weapon. And there are a lot of them. There's one for every type of weapon, at the very least, so... Yeah. Well, that said, if you want to use Spellblade to its fullest, you kinda need to equip swords on your main attackers. But anyway, there we have the Rune Axe, which slowly saps your MP in exchange for giving you critical hits. The Masamune, which gives you first strike, no matter what. Yoichi's bow, which is a very, very accurate and a very powerful bow. And now we have to destroy that tablet and put another one on. No, put another one on. There we go. Here we have the Fire Lash. It's a whip. It does decent damage. Its main claim to fame is that it can cast Fire Rigor when you attack with it. The Sage's Staff, that right there helps boost your elemental magic power. No, your holy magic power. And the Magus Rod boosts your elemental magic. Good for a roger. There we have the Apollo's Harp, which does crazy damage to undead enemies and dragons. So that's always fun. Up here you have what is probably the shittest of the legendary weapons. The Gaia Bell, which allows the Geomancers to use Earthquake. There's Excalibur, Holy Sword. Really goddamn powerful. So, that's now going to be a mainstay. Someone's going to have Excalibur. Whoever it may be. The Assassin's Dagger has a chance of insta-killing anything it hits. Sasuke's Katana. Fast and powerful. And last but not least, the Holy Lance. It's a lance version of Excalibur. And that's it. That is all of the legendary weapons. Let's spoil my characters. So, Butts is going to go ahead and take the holy weapons. Lena, I'll give her some ninja shit. Where's the other one? Where's the other ninja thing? It was Sasuke's Katana. There we are. Krill, my mage. Sage's Staff, and... Wait, no, actually, tell a lie, I'm going to go for a shield, so she can deflect magic, and the Magus Rod to make her magic stronger. There we go. And for Faris, last but not least, we have... what are we going to go for? Titan's Axe, and... probably just the Assassin's Dagger, Blood Sword. Oh, the Enhancer. That works out. There we go. Alright, nice. That's all of the legendary weapons acquired. I'm not going to use most of them. Hello, X-Death. Oh, well, X-Death's soul. Okay, that's alright then. I was a bit concerned there. What the fuck are you doing here? You're meant to be a tree in the void right now. You phony. Get out of here. Wow, a lot of X-Death souls in here. There we go. And here is some dialogue exclusive to the Game Boy version of this game. And the Android version. That is basically your indication that you can now go to the Sealed Temple. I'm going to save that for the next video, as I said, so... For now, let's go over to what used to be the Water Temple. Now, if you remember correctly, we actually left a crystal behind in the Water Temple. It's now time for us to go and get that crystal, which has the aforementioned Mime class in it. A class that lets you imitate the last party member that attacked, regardless of what move they did, for 0 MP. So, a good moveset, a good team dynamic is to have one person cast, say, Bahamut's, you know, just cast, or Meteor, or Flare, whatever the hell ever, and then just get a bunch of mimes to mimic each other, and then you're just spamming your enemy with infinite flares, and meteors, and Bahamut's, and whatever the hell you want, really. All for free, so... It's a good class if you're stingy with items, which I am not. I'm getting good at using elixirs and stuff now. And mixes, even. I even use the odd mix, so... Yeah, I'm quite happy just using White Wind. Anyway, this is my favourite battle in the whole game. Here we go. Famed Mimic Go-Go. This is such a good fight. This is such a random goddamn fight that they brought Go-Go back as one of the main playable characters in Final Fantasy VI. Go-Go has instructed us to copy everything that he does. And so that's what I'm doing. Absolutely nothing. If you attack him, he casts Meteor on the whole party, which near enough kills everyone. So, do as I do. Despite the fact that we are slowly drowning. At this point, I stood up, went over and got myself a drink. I ate a delicious apple puff. Asda's does these box of apple puffs that are really nice. I'm kind of addicted to them, so I munched on an apple puff and had myself some squash. It was really lovely. Anyway, that's Go-Go for you. You have to stand there and watch him for about 2 minutes whilst you're drowning. And then he natters on and on and on to you. Which makes you more antsy if you were at this point running low on air. But there we go, that's Go-Go. And that is the Mime Crystal, the Mime Job. The last available job in the original version of Final Fantasy V. Costs 999 to level them up, but that means you could theoretically get a freelancer to use Mimic. But yeah, the Mime is so good you get to customize all of your moveset except for the Mime commands. So you can actually set 3 different abilities with the Mime. So it has more versatility than the Freelancer, but it doesn't have the weapon variations or the passive abilities, or the carried over boosted stats. So Freelancer is the best once you've mastered everything else. And let me tell you what, mastering all of those jobs would have been a pain in the arse, except for a very particular trick that the Blue Mage can do. If you go into the basement of Galuf's castle, you run into a bunch of enemies called Object d'Art. I think they're basically statues. You fight a bunch of living statues, and they're prone to level 5 death. So just run around that place, spam level 5 deaths, and you get loads of ability points. Anyway, you're probably wondering what the hell's happening. I am now on the Northern Mountain? That mountain from like the very beginning of the game, or near the beginning. Part 2 of the streams at the very least, I'd say. Well, Bahamut lives here now. Hey Bahamut, what the hell is up? Bahamut is hilariously underwhelming in terms of battling against him. Using him is great. He does like a solid 5,000 to 6,000 damage to every enemy. And again, can just be spammed repeatedly if you have a team of mimes. So yay. Yay to that. Anyway, let's break your face with some legendary weapons. Holy shit, that damage. And there we go, acquired Bahamuts. So, last thing we're going to do is we're going to head back into the Void. And we're going to settle the score with Omega, who is, even at this point, a difficult motherfucker. So what I'm doing first is I'm putting Thundergo on everyone with Spell Blades. I'm going to set up some Mighty Guards. And now, only now, do we start rapid firing. Keeping in mind that he can use an ability called Encircle to eject a party member. Case in point. And yeah, he specifically counters rapid fire. He knows that you're using it and will hurt you for doing it. But it's still the most viable form of attack, so yeah. This is actually the point where I realised that Spellblade only works on swords, because the axe there was not doing any bonus damage. Holy shit, Faris. Holy shit, Butts. Just kicking their own asses. Hey, Butts, can you finish this? I'm kind of losing. Kind of losing. Oh boy. Here we go. Phoenix down. Don't know why I'm using Spellblade again. It didn't go away. It doesn't go away when you get KO'd. Alright, you know what? All out offensive. That's how we're doing this now. All the damage. There we go. Got him. Now, if you think that's hard... the game apparently does, because it gives you a badge to tell you well done for beating him. The other super boss, Shinryu, starts the battle by doing 8,000 damage to my whole party, insta-killing them. And I basically had to look up a cheesy strategy. Like, I had to figure out a way of cheesing the fight in order to properly beat him. So, yeah, if you've ever struggled to beat Shinryu, the boss that is hiding in a treasure chest near the end of the game. If you remember correctly, I avoided all the treasure chests in fear of Shinryu. This is how you do it. First of all, make sure one of your party members can use Mix. But we're not going to use Storehouse this time. What we're going to do instead is I'm going to cast... Well, I kind of forgot what it's called, it went a bit too quickly, but a Turtle Shell and Holy Water will cast Berserk on Shinryu. So all he can do now is attack. Now granted, he does insta-kill me with an attack of like 9,000 damage, but... Oh, or maybe not if I have Mighty Guard up. But yeah, that said, you can... Well... you can now focus all your attacks on him. Or at least I would if I hadn't equipped Holy Weapons. Shinryu is healed by Holy Weapons, so avoid Excalibur and the Holy Lance when you fight Shinryu. Just speaking from experience there. That said, yeah, he's kind of bound to attacking now, so yeah, not much left to go. Didn't even bloody hit me that time, you scrub. Get dead. There we go. We get both the Dragon Seal, but this time I'm more interested in Ragnarok. A sword more powerful than any other sword in the base game. That is until we head to the Sealed Temple. So, on that note, I'll be seeing you for the next bonus video, where we do exactly that. Bye, everyone.